Hello guys, welcome to another tutorial brought to you by Programium. Guys, as you know, this is 11th video for our Java playlist and also third part for our operator series. In this video, we will be talking about the operators that we left behind. So without any further delay, let's get started. So guys, as you know that we have covered these three operators, so the remaining one are relational and assignment operators. So let us quickly create our new Java class by the name of relational operators. So let us quickly put our main method here and put a multi-line comment here. So guys, what are these relational operators? As the name suggests, that they create some kind of relation with other variables or conditions. So let me quickly tell you what kind of relational operators are. One relational operator is known as less than operator. Less than operator. Let me duplicate this. And the other one is greater than operator. Greater than operator. And again let me duplicate this. This would be our third operator, greater than and equal to operator. And again I'm going to duplicate this line, and this time would be lesser than operator. So this is our fourth relational operators right now: less than, greater than equal to, lesser than equal to. And again I'm going to duplicate this line by pressing Ctrl D, and this is our fifth operator right now, and this is not equals to operator, and it is known as not equals to operator. Let me just duplicate this line again, and this is our sixth one, and that is equals to operator. So guys, these are three relational operators right now, and we will see how to use these operators in our Java applications. So, and for this purpose we will be creating our, let me put a comment here and tell you what I am going to do here. We are going to create our number system program. So let us quickly sort the user, enter your numbers, enter your number, and then I'm creating a scanner object here by the name of input, new scanner system.in, and after that we have to create an integer number is equals to input dot next int. So now we have taken input from the user. We will be putting an if statement here, that if numbers are greater than, sorry, less than, this is less than, are greater than 90, then simply shout the user, you got a grade. And if the number is smaller than 90, and we are using also here logical conditions, so let us put a logical condition and the number greater than 80. So if number is smaller than 90 and greater than 80, that means we will shout the user, you got a grade, but here I am using a plus grade. Let me again put here else if, because we are working with the same if here. Again else if, and if the number is smaller than 80 and also number greater than 70, then what we will be printing to the user, we will say you got B grade. After that, another else if the number greater than 70 and because number smaller than 80 and greater than 70, okay fine. If numbers smaller than 70 and number greater than 60 right now, then we will be shouting the user, you got C grade. So guys, now this is the number system we want to create right now, that if the numbers are greater than 90, greater than or equals to 90, then the user would have got A plus grade. And if the user got number smaller than 90 and greater than equals to 80, then they would have got A grade. But if the user got number smaller than 80 and greater than equals to 70, then B grade. And if the number are smaller than 70 and greater than or equals to 60, then the user would got C grade. And another else here, that if any other numbers here, then we shout the user, you are a failure. Okay guys, so now let us run this file by pressing Ctrl Shift F10 and enter your numbers. I am entering here 85 and you got A grade. Now let me run it again, and this time I am using 77 and I have got B grades right now. So these are relational operators, and this is the way we can use and implement these relational operators in our Java applications. So now we have used less than operator, greater than equals to, and of course lesser than equals to would be the same as this greater than equals to. So here are two operators that are left behind, and one is not equals to and the other one is equals to. So let us again put here another else if to check one more condition, that if number greater than equals to 90, let me put it in a bracket here and put a bracket here again and putting a ampersand sign here, and the user numbers are equals to 99 or simply say 100, then we would simply shout the user, you are the topper of your section. So guys, we have covered another operator right now here, and the remaining operator is not equals to operator. So let us see where we can fit this condition, and I think we will need to modify this. We are going to use here else if that if numbers are smaller than 60 and the number not equals to, you can say, 20, then we will shout the user, you are a failure. But if any other number here, then we will say you are dropped from our school. So let me just correct this failure and let us run it. But this time I am entering here 20, and you would see that you are dropped from our school. And again, if I run put here 10, then you are a failure, simple. So guys, these are the methodologies to use these relational operators in our Java applications. So guys, now we have covered relational operators. What are the next operators here? Assignment operators. So let us quickly create our new file by the name of assignment operators. So before writing anything, let us create our main method here and close these tabs. So guys, what are these assignment operators? Let me put a multi-line comment here and write here what are the most important assignment operators right now. Let me duplicate this and write it here. The second one is this operator, and again duplicate it. Third one is multiplication. Fourth one is division. Fifth one is modulo division. So guys, these are known as assignment operators. So this is known as compound sum, and this is compound difference, and this is compound multiplication or product, and this is compound division, and this is compound modulo division. Okay guys, so now let us see how to use these operators in our Java applications. So let me more tell you here what does this mean. Let us assume a variable like x, and if we want to do some kind of operations like this, then it means here, it means x is equals to x plus 1. Okay guys, then if we convert this to 3, then that means x is equals to x plus 3. So let me just duplicate this, copy this, sorry, and paste it here, and I am using here minus sign, again minus sign here. Let me again paste it here. This time I'm using multiplication, paste it here, and this division, this time is division. Let me just paste it here, and this time it is modulo division. So guys, these are the assignment operators that we will be working on in this Java application, and these are known as compound sum, compound difference, product, compound division, and compound modulo division. And this is the simple way of how to write these assignment operators. So guys, now let us see how to use these variables or sorry operators, how to use these operators in our Java application. So let us quickly create some variables like number 1 is equals to 20 and number 2 is equals to 30, number 3 is equals to 5. So what we are going to do here, we are first using sorting, and where is this number 1 compound plus is equals to, let us write here number 1. Let me put a bracket here to prevent ourselves from further bugs. So what is this number 1? Number 1 plus is equals to, I am saying here 5. Okay, so now again I am using sort here and using here number 2 minus is equals to, I am using here 5, and here I am using 20, and let me put here brackets again, number 2 minus equals to 20. So let me put here sort again, and number 3, and it should be, sorry, number 3, number 2, I'm using number 2 here, and this, and here I am writing number 2 divided by compound division by 5. I'm using here 5. I'm using here 5. Okay, fine. Now here sort number 3 modulo division with number 3 here. So how to do that? We have to use number, sorry, I have to write here number 1. Number 1 modulo division is equals to number 3. So how many statements are plus minus, where is the product? Let me put it here, product. So number 1 multiplied by number 3 here. So what could be the results here? Number 1 multiplied by number 3. Let us run this file. So number 1 is equals to 525. So guys, what we want to do right now is that we will put here this sign to differentiate between our answers and the questions. So let me put that sign here, and wait for a while and just run this file. Now we got inputs, outputs. Number 1 plus 5 is equals to 25. So what is the number 1 right now? Let me open them side by side. Number 1 is equals to 20, and 20 plus 5 is equals to 25. Yes, this is perfect. So now number 1 is equals to 20. So what happens here? Number 2 compound subtraction 20 is equals to 10. How? 30 minus 10 is equals to 30 minus 20 is equals to 10. So what here? Number 1 multiplied by the number 3 is equals to 125. How? Number 1 here is 20 and number 3 here is 5. 5 multiplied by 20 is equals to 100, but we are seeing here 125. Let us see here theoretically how does this happen. So guys, you can see here in compound sum or every compound statements that in these kinds of operations, first the user performs this operation, and after that the value is reassigned to this variable. So let us imagine a scenario here that if the value of x here is equals to 30, then after performing operation of compound statement on this variable, that means 30 plus 3, so the value of x again would be 33. So that's the reason. Let me show it again here. we got here 125 because now value of number 1 is modified to 25, and 25 multiplied by number 3, that is equals to 5, is equals to 125. So now what is the value of our number 1? 125. So again, what is here? Number 2 divided by 5 is equals to 2. Let us see why. Number 2 is equals to 10 here right now, and 10 divided by 5 is equals to 2. So this is also perfect. Here is number 1 modulo compound division by number 3 is equals to 0. So what is number 1? Number 1 is equals to 125, and the number 3 is equals to, where is number 3? Number 3 is equals to 5. So the remainder would be 0. Now let's modify this to, let us say, 6, and again using here 6 and run it, and now you got 5 because the remainder is 5. Now these are the relation assignment operators, sorry. So now let us see what have we covered right now. We have covered arithmetic operators, unary operators, logical operators, relational operators, and then assignment operators. So we have covered all kinds of operators right now. So guys, I would be sharing these source codes with you so that they can help you. And if you got any questions or any confusions about these topics, just ask me in the comments below. I would love to hear your comments. So enough for this video. We will be meeting in our next video, in which we will be talking about loops. So guys, loops are very important topics for every programming language, and they are actually very easy and fun to do work with these loops. So until our next video, stay tuned, and don't forget to like our videos, subscribe our channel, and share with your friends. Goodbye.